Hi, Alima. I quite understand, and no problem with turning things in a little late. I understand your situation. Remind me though if you have previous assignments that you've turned in, because I sometimes overlook them in the grade roster, I guess. Anyway, we've got 2 weeks to go. This will be some video feedback for you. Now, I noticed that you've only been submitting, not only, but you've been submitting the GIF, the final GIF, which is very competent. But is the native Photoshop file too large to send? I understand if it is, if that's the reason. But if you can, it would be good at some point from between now and the end of the term to see the original Photoshop file. Alima, I see that you have 4 frames that you have presumably put transitions between to create a simple animation, and that's great. I like the cleanliness of each of the frames. This frame, however, the type, I'm sure you probably noticed, is a little faint. This purplish type. Then the typeface, of course, is not the corporate typeface, Arial. This looks like sort of like a calligraphic form, perhaps made with a pen, and this looks like Caslon condensed italic. This is maybe from the 18th century, but it's condensed. Try not to condense typeface artificially. I mean, unless this is the way the typeface appeared. But to my eye, it looks a little squashed, from side to side. But I like your choice of the italic. Is it Caslon? I'm guessing because of the lowercase v has this little terminal there. I love your imagery. It's really nice, and I think this arcing beach is implied. Here's a good example of implied line, right? And I like the brightness of it too. So certainly whatever you do to it, try to retain the airiness of it. I do think the type could be a little more legible, and you might try using Arial. Nice simple, frame-based animation. I like the pace. Consider tweening, which is inserting transition frames. You can vary the opacity, the position, and so forth. And maybe a fade in, fade out, if that appeals to you. I don't think you need much for contact information. I think it's generally understood that if you click on the web banner, it will take you to the website. Okay, so focus on your typography. Consider making, maybe some asymmetrical arrangements. If it's possible, I'm assuming you have everything on layers. So think about balanced but asymmetrical arrangements, which might be more interesting visually. Right now, I mentioned this, I think, to Casey in this class, that this is kind of balanced. I mean, it is somewhat asymmetrical, but avoid barbell-like arrangements, if that makes sense. All right, I'm going to end it here. Good going. I look forward to seeing how these are refined.